Yo guys, we've got another unboxing today. This is a gift from the T-Pain. Thank you very much, T-Pain. He's very excited for me to check out what's in this package, and so am I. This was a gift for my birthday actually, so thank you very much, T-Pain. Holding the package like this because it has both of our details on the other side. So. There we go. It looks like we have a bag of things there. We have another thing at the bottom. Let's move the package off camera for now. Wow. So this is the skull for the front portion of the BK. That is incredible. Of course it's a little bit extended sideways, but that is just part of it. You can only really tell up close from a certain distance away. It looks normal. The details on the teeth and the eyes are incredible, honestly. It's great. It's really cool. It's got a little bit of weight to it as well. And also the bottom section is flared for the magazine, so it's like a flared magwell. So it looks like it slides on the front like this. You may have to sand it a little bit just to get it to slide on, but we'll see. Looks like we could probably get it to slide on without doing that. It is very tight though. Yeah, it's like you sort of wiggle it, slide it on. Don't think it needs sanding any more than that. We should really just put this on. So we have that on there like that. Very cool. There we go. Very cool. Definitely adds some more style to the blaster. Looks like, you know, different. You don't usually see stuff like that. And it's a flared magwell as well, so very cool. See, the print is a very, very good quality print. Can't really get much better than this, guys, honestly. And yeah, the reloads are a lot smoother. They just guide it quite easily. Very, very impressive. Let's see what the next parts are in here. Oh wow, this looks like another flared magwell. Yeah, and looks like it may be another flared magwell. Very, very well designed and printed. Looks like we have an even more aggressive magwell. Very, very cool. Looks like we have a magazine adapter as well. Very, very cool. This very similar but different as well to the ones that it came with the blaster. BK2S, and we have more stuff here. This looks like the magazine release. Looks like the magazine release again. Looks like these are complete replacements for the magazine release, so I can use it left-handed. Looks like it literally has an entire replacement, even the actual magazine button itself. Another T-bar. Very interesting. Another mag adapter. And obviously some of these have to be finished off. They still have the supports on them. This is because he doesn't own the blaster, so everything else will have to be, you know, changed by me. And we have some more duplicate parts. Very, very awesome. I'll have to work out how to put these all together, and then, yeah, part 2 will be with the parts on the blaster. So stay tuned to that. It'll be a part of this video. Okay, so we have the parts attached now. We have an ambidextrous magazine release, as you can see. This has to be replaced entirely because it has a different setup to the original mag release. Also, the skull, just wriggle it when it pops off. And we also have the other adapters from DS Frick. Very similar, just doesn't have the style of the skull. Flared, just the same. You can see that drops out fine. Didn't work out the smaller release, but I've got the bigger release for now. And then I believe these two are the same. But we have options for painting one of them if I wanted to. These ones come off pretty easily. They all have their own little trick to getting them off. But once they come off, they're pretty good. There we go. Yeah, they work just the same as the skull. Doesn't change the profile of the magwell too much, but the skull one does, which I do like. And that one locks into place, which is why it's a little bit harder to get off. But that's pretty nice. Yeah. And the magwell, compared to the ones that come with the magazines, are pretty good still. Obviously you can see layer lines, but the quality, as you can see, is top notch. Like, you can't really get much better than that. You can see the writing on there really decently as well. Very, very high quality parts from Tim, and they very much serve the same sort of purpose as those ones. They give you a bit more magazine, extended them to 18 rounds, or 20 rounds. You can sometimes cram more in. So there we go, there's the parts. You can see it just makes the BK look a bit more different. There are a few people out there with this sort of design of BK, but it's pretty rare. So yeah, thank you very much, Tim. The magazine release is really cool. You can see I can activate it from here, reinsert my magazine, and see it locks into place. So yeah, it works just as intended. Very impressed. Yeah, thank you very much, Tim. You can see it all just makes the aesthetics a little bit different, and you can see the magazine release has some wobble, and that's because it's on a pin. That's so it moves freely. So when you move it, it actually moves and pivots back into place. You do want that to happen. And yeah, even though this whole magazine release, including the notch and the button on this side, is printed, you can see this is holding this really good. The button works on both sides just as well. So yeah, great. Thank you very much, Tim. Like I say, if you're ever looking for something printed and you want some help with that, hit us up, and yeah, we can start printing some stuff for you guys if you ever need anything printed. Okay, so in this section of the video, this will just be closing off the end of the video for Tim's parts, just showing it all work really. I'm going to show the skull as well. I've just put the tactical one for the moment because I showed the skull quite a lot in the main part of the video, and I'll just show you how the stuff works. I do have a little test to try out with some different ammo types. some really bad squashed ones. I've done that on purpose just to see how well these feed. I think that's the most extreme we can sort of go with this, is have darts that are like pretty much squashed on the foam part of the body. So we'll just try that out. I'll just show you how to, you know, connect the battery. This is how. I also have a metal tube in here. I don't know if I stated that now. This is a metal airsoft tube, not the original tube that comes with it. The original tube is okay, but it is plastic, and I don't really like plastic stock tubes anyway, AR tubes. I've always been sort of against plastic AR tubes, just because of the mechanism and how they work. You should really have a metal tube. Obviously not on this, but I still have a sort of, you know, weird thing about it. It took a bit to thread this in. It seems to be threaded in equally. There isn't any play or anything, and it seems to be pretty good. You just connect your battery, make sure you get the wires correctly in there, just push it all the way down, and it should stop once it gets in there. And that will stop any wires from being bound up by the stock when you collapse it all the way. If you have your wires sticking out, you'll feel the wire, and you can break your wire by doing that. Just thought I'd say that. Got a vintage sling. This is the sling I've always used on all my builds. I'd swap because you know, you're only going to use one main at a time anyway. And the crazy thing is, I don't know if I can see it on here now, but it was stamped on here like 1942, and I don't believe it. This doesn't feel like a legitimate 1940s sling. See, I don't even think looks like the ink's worn off it over time, which proves it's not real. So, yeah, I didn't even notice. So, yeah, so we've got the ambidextrous mag release, which works, and they do drop mags out. I found this magwell actually allows the mags to slide out a bit easier now that I've used it. The skull one doesn't do it so much, so it's not meant for sort of speed. The skull one is more of a for looks basis. So I put my sling on, and that allows you to just, you know, wear it, and you can also drop it once you're done using it, which is pretty cool. I think the only downside I feel with the BK is there's no ambidextrous selector switch, so I have to do it with my trigger finger, and I train to put it on safe when I'm not using it and put it on fire when I'm using it. So that's one thing I don't like about the BK, but that's nothing to do with Tim's parts. So Tim's mag extender here as well is pretty nice. It goes well with all the other parts. Now we'll open up the hatch. Just going to pre-cock it. So it's turned on. Now it's pre-cocked. Now it should allow me to open the bolt. This is the problem I have sometimes. It doesn't always allow me to pull it back. There we go. So now that's pre-cocked. When you use standard Black Dragons, I prefer these because it allows me to chamber them, and also when I'm done shooting I can also eject them with this as well. They fall out of the barrel a bit easier than the normal darts. So we'll show you chambering. There we go. Semi-auto first, put my EOTech on, got a light on the other side, and I'll just show you how easy it is to change mags. I'm going to put something soft on the floor to catch my magazines. Okay, and I've got my target up there which collects the darts. I'll just see how accurate this is too. Got my backup sights I can flip up just for the aesthetics. They do work, but there's more just because I don't like ARs about the backups on there. Knocked my target over straight away. Alright, let's shoot behind it then. My optic's a bit too bright. So it's pretty nice on semi. Looks like we're out in that magazine. I don't know if there's one in the chamber or not. I believe there is. At the end of my light came off. Oh, my whole light came off then. I'll sort that out later. We don't need that for this. We're not using the light. You see, this is why I don't need a hand grip. I C-clamp ARs, so I prefer to just C-clamp it. We're out. Now we're testing out the experimental darts and stuff like that. And some Cheetos in there. There's one of the Cheetos. Of course, it's an AEG, so the Cheetos should fire better in something like this. Oh, we did have a failure to feed. That was on one of the darts. What I will test real quick, there's one of the damaged darts. Look how bad that one is. But I will try and fire that. I just want to show now the skull one. Oh, there we go. You can see it's more tighter, but I could sand that if I wanted to. There's always that option too. Looks like it chambered that bad dart, and it fired it. Wow, that blue one. Yeah, this fires really bad quality darts. I got some really bad ones in here, I'm not joking. And we're out. That was the last dart. We're out of ammo on the rifle, so we'll switch to the Diana. We're out of ammo on the Diana, and we're clear. So there you go. You can see why I say the Diana fits into this, because it's just as fast. You draw it and you can fire it. So definitely recommend that. Definitely recommend the parts as well for this. Again, you can hit me up or hit the T-Pain up on Facebook, and yeah, he'll print you some parts if you would like something extra. Obviously, they're not free, the parts, but they're definitely worth the money. And compared to some other brands out there that are doing parts for this at the moment, this really beats it. It beats theirs anyway. I do have some more parts coming for this. There is another part that I really want to get for this. Yeah, those that know me know what part I'm going to get for this next, because it just needs it. It's an AR platform, it needs that part that makes it a full AR platform. But yeah, this ambidextrous mag release really works very well. You can see I was changing mags very fast with that. It didn't hinder me, it didn't feel crunchy, didn't feel bad, didn't feel horrible, it felt smooth, it felt perfect. It has some play to it, but that is normal for ambidextrous mag releases of this kind. On normal AR platforms there might be more detent pins and kind of roll pins and stuff to help that, mitigate that. But on this platform it doesn't hinder me whatsoever. No matter where I have it, I can still use it. And if you have, if you sand your magwell out a little bit more, make it a bit more drop free, you only have to sand it slightly just to make the mag slide out a bit better. Yeah, you'll find that the mag release helps with that. And if you're right-handed, you don't need it, of course, you just use the actual normal one that's there. And it's still operational, even though this is a completely, as I said, replacement mag release. It looks the same as the original one on this side, but it does feel differently. It feels a bit more textured. Yeah, I definitely recommend the extra parts of the BK. It just improves the quality of life of it. The magwell specifically, and I have seen some different magwells out there. These two I prefer the most. They're the most cleanest looking. If you want a professional style one, this one works the best. And I've seen copies of that. There's so many copies of this one, but this one looks different. You can see this one looks more like a SIG MPX magwell, whereas I've seen ones that come up a bit more and they don't look as clean on there. This actually looks like it's a part of the blaster, like it came factory with it. The skull one definitely looks a bit more custom. So yeah, I may not have changed the colour scheme of this in the future. I have my own idea for this. It all depends on what the plan is, with other blasters and stuff. I do have other plans. There are a lot planned for the rest of this summer, and following up to Christmas there should be some other stuff too. So yeah, I found that the quality is better than quantity in my upload. So you'll find that my upload, sometimes I won't upload one a week. That's because something's planned, and I'm working on it still. So it really does depend on my time schedule and how things work out with product placements and sponsorships and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely recommend this. Can't recommend it enough. I definitely recommend getting the Huntsman BK if you don't have one of those on your BK yet. This one's made of carbon fibre, I think. I had to use a nut, a wrench to actually get this off, because this nut on here isn't very good. I don't know why, but the rest of it is fine, so just the nut piece. But yeah, very good, highly recommended. If you haven't got a BK yet, definitely save up before they become out of stock or disappear off the market, because for $100 you're getting pretty much the premium of the preems of Nerf. Like, you can't get any better than this, to be honest, in terms of power and speed. Yeah, you're not hitting 400 FPS, but you're getting a decent enough FPS, 200 FPS pretty much. That's basically what you're getting with this. And you can do a lot with 200 FPS. If you know what you're doing with a 200 FPS, you can outperform other people if you are skilled enough. So yeah, and it's an AR style platform. You can't really argue with that. It's an AR pistol caliber type platform. So you get the ease of access, ease of reloading, ease of using it. Yeah, so definitely recommend it, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.